Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. So for today's video, we asked you guys on Instagram to send us some questions, anything you wanted to know about us. So we are here to answer those questions. We're going to try and answer these questions as thoroughly as possible, and this is also a chance for you guys to get to know who we are. So let's go ahead and start with the first question. And the first question is, how did you guys and your families react to the pregnancy? So you can go ahead and start. How did you react? When I told you?
I was definitely shocked because we were only, what, 18 years old? 19?
Yeah.
And so I was shocked, definitely. And then for my family, I'd say they were pretty pissed at first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so when I found out I was pregnant, I was scared to death, because I grew up in a Christian home and I was always taught to save myself for marriage. So just the thought of telling my family, I was, scared out of my mind. And, of course I got the reaction I expected. They were pretty mad. They were disappointed. But eventually both of our families were really excited about, having a new baby, having a granddaughter.
She's definitely the favorite though.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Amongst all the family members, even the kids.
Yeah.
She's definitely the favorite now.
Yeah,
so.
that's for sure. But the next question is, how is life as a teen parent? You want to start?
Sure. Definitely challenging. Because we were both in school at the time. I didn't have a job. Were you working? You were
yes,
working.
I was working.
You were still working and going to school. So definitely like that financial area of being a teen parent, I think was the hardest. Not just because we were young and having a kid, like our mentality, I think our mentality was always there. I've always had a bunch of siblings and cousins and stuff like that, so kids wasn't anything that was new.
So going from having like barely any responsibilities to being responsible for another human being was an adjustment, of course. It was definitely hard, working, going to school. I was a cheer coach and I had my baby. So having to juggle everything was very, very hard. It was something I had to learn to balance everything out. Our parents really enforced it on us to not give up on those areas, not school and not other hobbies like coaching, just because we have a kid now. So, balancing all that was hard, but I did it.
Yeah.
It was possible and I made it happen.
Yeah.
And so
it definitely set us back a little bit. Not gonna say it didn't, but
definitely
we continued to go forward after that. We didn't just let it keep going back and getting even worse. So.
How did you and Sophia start dating? It started freshman year. We were in the same science class. Miss Newfer, science class, Miss Newfer. Some of you, Montgomery alumni will know who we're talking about.
She had that weird drink with the rice or whatever in it.
Oh yeah.
Shit was weird. Okay, anyways,
I remember that. Okay, so it started in that class. He sat 2 seats in front of me, but no one was in between us. And
I don't like people sitting right behind me. So if I don't get all the way in the back of the classroom, I try to sit away from everybody.
Well, yeah, he was sitting 2 rows in front of me, or 2 seats in front of me, no one in between us. And so, he would always hand me papers behind him, and I would see him every once in a while, mainly the back of his head, but when he would hand me papers, I would see his face. And I thought he was really cute. And it was funny because I saw that. Freshman year, we were both on JV. He was on JV football, I was on JV cheer. And I would see him, and don't be mad because it was true. You were really short freshman year, very, very short. We were probably about the same height. And I would see him on the sidelines and we would always be like, he's so cute, he's so little. Because you were so tiny. Halfway through freshman year, by chance, Keyshawn, by chance, we both moved in to a class called AVID, and it's a college readiness class. I think it started mainly when my best friend Karina, shout out to you Karina, I know you're watching. We were in the gym during, I think it was lunch, and she had his number. I don't know how she got it.
Yeah,
but
I don't know.
she had his number, and she had her little tiny little square phone where it's, you know, turned up like that.
Yeah, like slid.
She knows what phone I'm talking about. And I texted him from her phone saying like, I see you or something, like being heckle weird and creepy. You know, at the time you think you're really cool, but then you think about it later, you're all, why did I do that? That was really weird. It was one of those.
Yeah.
I think our first date was to the fair.
Yeah.
The Sonoma County Fair. And my brother was there, but he had no idea it was like a date. But we were all hanging out and stuff like that. But yeah, go ahead and tell your side.
No, that was it. You told it. Besides the fact that when I switched into that class, because my friend's Terrell, he told me to switch into the class. Then I switched in. He ended up getting kicked out of the class, which sucked. But like I left that science class that we were both in like before you, because I remember the day I left.
We
and you were
moved
still
in
in the
on
class.
same day,
She was still in the same class, and I was like,
we moved in on the same day.
and my teacher was like, why are you still here? You're supposed to be in that new class. I was like, oh, I am? And then I was like, oh yeah, I am. But I didn't go to my class. I ended up just leaving. But I left like
so you were supposed to be there the week before.
Yeah, I was already there
or the day before.
Yeah,
whatever.
I was there ahead of her. And then she shows up like the next Friday or whatever in the class. I was like, she's following
Okay,
me.
but it's not like I was talking to you at that point. How could I possibly know you were moving into that class? He swears I followed him. We weren't talking. All I knew was his face at the time. You guys are gonna hear Layla in the background, so sorry. There's no stopping it at this point. Okay, next question is, how did my pregnancy/labor go? I'll just say it from my perspective and you can say it from your perspective. I mean, I don't think I had that bad of a pregnancy. I was really lucky with the morning sickness. I only had it for like a month, I think. So that part of it was pretty good. I did get swollen feet a lot. I only got heartburn probably like twice, which is really nice because that's killer. Heartburn is killer. And then I had Layla. From the due date they gave us, I had Layla 2 weeks early, but when she was born, they said based on, you know, what was on her body, they think it was another week, so they think she was 3 weeks early, and they just had my due date wrong. Labor though, that was a scary situation. You know, they kept twisting and turning me, trying to find a good position for me to start pushing, and anytime I turned onto, I think it was my right side, or I think it was on any side, her heart rate just dropped, and it was because the umbilical cord was around her neck.
Yeah, when you went to your right.
Okay, yeah, so the umbilical cord was around her neck, so her heart rate kept dropping significantly, and they had to do an emergency C-section, which was really scary on both of our parts and for our families.
Yeah.
And I know when I went into the operating room, I was so scared and that I was shaking. My body was shaking. I was crying and I was shaking, so they had to give me like extra drugs to calm me down. And Keisha said it was scary because I kept falling asleep and then waking up and falling asleep and waking up.
When they finally let me in, I had to get like all dressed up like in this big old suit.
Hold on, let me pause you there real quick because it's so funny, because before I went into labor, you're like, I kind of wish I could get into that bunny suit.
Yeah.
Continue.
And then I ended up getting into the suit and I was like fully covered. And then I got in there and she was so loopy, like you were so out of it. You don't remember. You were talking to me and then you'll just pass out for like 10 seconds and then you'll wake back up. It was
I know. I don't remember most of being in there.
Yeah.
The only thing I really remember is I think they brought her to my face for a little bit.
Yeah, I got to see her first.
Yeah, well, because you cut the umbilical cord.
Yeah, they took her out of there.
Ew, when you said you saw my inside.
Yeah, let's not talk about that.
Next question. What is your dream vacation? And I'll let you start this one, because I think we all know mine.
Personally,
what would your dream vacation? Let me rephrase that, because you know I'm trying to hint over here.
I already know it. We all know.
What's your dream honeymoon?
My dream honeymoon? Probably something with some tropical weather.
Like Hawaii or like Cabo?
Yeah, stuff like that.
The Bahamas. Bora Bora.
Yeah.
Isn't that where those huts are? Like where the Kardashians went to?
Yeah. Where she lost the earring.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
That'd
Maybe
be
a
cool.
cruise.
Everyone knows I'm a Disney fan. I mean, I'm wearing my Haunted Mansion sweatshirt right now. I'm a huge Disney fan. I got tattoos that are Disney. So, anytime if anyone were to ask me, let's go on vacation, where do you want to go? It's gonna be Disneyland. I mean, for my honeymoon though, that's what I was gonna say. For my honeymoon, I keep trying to convince him to maybe take a cruise and go to maybe Florida and then go to Disney World for a couple days. So I definitely want to visit Disney World, but I think I'll forever be, my forever place is gonna be Disneyland because that's where I grew up going to. I know Disney World's bigger and they have much more attractions, but you know, Disneyland's like my home. It's my home. So anytime I have a chance to go on vacation, I try to make it to Disneyland.
Yeah.
This one's for Keyshawn. What do you like most about football?
Oh, that's a good question.
First, tell them how long you've been playing football.
Well, I played for like, since I was like 7. So some like 10, 12 years, I don't know, something like that. But I don't know, football just separates, I think, athletes. I think anybody could really play basketball. Anybody can pick up a basketball and shoot well or whatever. But I think football really separated people and just getting the chance to hit people and run people over. Yeah, and I like playing with the team, and it's a good team sport. I think that's why football.
Really makes you work together.
Yeah.
You need everyone.
Yeah.
You really need everyone. This next one's for me. Why did you decide to start cheering, and why did you decide to start coaching? So I started cheering when I think I was 7, which is really weird because we started our sports at the same age.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I started at 7. I don't really remember why I started it. I know I was doing gymnastics 2 years before that, and then maybe it just wasn't my thing and I wanted to try something else, and I just thought I'd start cheering, being a cheerleader. And that first year, I just, you know, I fell in love with it. I fell in love with the sport. And yes, it is a sport. Look at it. And I just fell completely in love with it.
Mommy.
The reason I decided to start coaching was because I was so in love with it, and I wanted other girls to fall in love with it just as much as I did, you know? I wanted it to become a part of their life like it was a big part of my life. And I enjoy inspiring young cheerleaders and watching them grow in a sport. It's just very warming. It's very heartwarming. Good answer, good answer. From what's the stuff? Family Feud?
Yeah.
Good answer.
You're stealing the show. Sit down.
Next question is, why did you guys decide to start a YouTube channel? I don't know.
Okay,
yeah.
The Ace Family. We started following the Ace Family like easily
the beginning.
Before they even started YouTube, actually.
Yeah.
We were already following, I guess they weren't the Ace Family yet, but we were following Austin and Catherine before they even had Elle, I think. Yeah. And then, so we've been there since the beginning. I thought that was super cool what they were doing, and it was kind of like they're like the first big family to do like YouTube like that. And I don't know, we just did it just for fun too, and I think that's kind of why.
Yeah, if you've been watching them, you know they don't really go out and do much stuff, but watching them, I was like, I want to be able to do something to where I'll be able to hang out with my family whenever, every day. We could go on vacation, we could go to Disneyland whenever, you know. I wanted to be able to do that, and I was like, and
you
at the
can
time,
look back at it and rewatch it.
Yeah, you have all those memories to look back. Also, at the time, I think I was struggling trying to figure out what I wanted to do with the rest of my life. I was juggling between a bunch of things. And Keyshawn knows I was always watching YouTube videos. I had all my favorite YouTubers. I was watching them every single day. And it was kind of just an inspiring thing. And it was like, I want to try that. And we kind of talked about it and we're like, you know what, why not? Let's try it. We didn't start out with a big fan base already like Austin and Catherine did. So we're starting from complete scratch. And you know, it's hard to see it not grow fast because it's what you wish for. But we've kind of talked it over, and we've realized, you know, it's gonna be a process. You know, we've gotta give good content. We gotta be consistent, which is a little hard with our schedules. I took this semester off mainly because I'm trying to figure out what I want to do with my life, and I want to also see where this YouTube thing can go. Okay, next question. We only have 2 more. Why did you guys move out of Santa Rosa?
It's too damn expensive.
It's very expensive to live in Sonoma County, especially Santa Rosa.
Yeah, and I wanted to go back to school.
Yeah, so
at Sac State, because that's where I was before we had Layla.
Yeah. So he moved back because we found out I was pregnant, and he wanted to be close to Layla, and so we both moved out of our colleges. We both left our colleges for our local junior college. So yeah, that's why we moved. He wanted to go back to school at the school he started out with, and yeah, that's the main reason, is because of school. But also it's very expensive to live out there.
And
so
we wouldn't be able to live like on our own like that out there. It's too much. So
I mean, where we were living was great. It was just very small for a family.
Of course.
Very, very small for a family. We wanted something a little bit bigger. And we obviously couldn't afford anything on our own out there, so we moved.
Yep.
We love it here. We miss our family, but we love it out here. Last question. What do you guys want to do after college?
I want to be rich.
That's all?
I don't know, honestly. I always get asked this. Just don't know.
Career-wise, I don't think either of us really know exactly what we want to do. You know, we have some ideas. I have some ideas that I'm juggling with, but to be honest, and I've told Keyshawn this, I've told close friends this, and I think I've told my mom this as well, but you know, I've honestly, the last maybe 2 years, I've really wanted YouTube to work for us, because I feel like I'm juggling all these careers mainly because I want a lifestyle to where I can do whatever I want, whatever I want, you know? And I want to be able to visit different, you know, locations, Disneyland, Bora Bora, wherever it may be. I want to be able to do that without having to ask my boss. You know, I want to be our own boss.
Yeah.
So I really want this YouTube thing to work. So I really want to put in my full effort into this, and I really want to get more consistent. It's just a matter of finding time, because you know, he's back in school, he's working, I'm coaching again, and I'm working. So we're trying to find time to record, and so yeah. So that's my main, you know, career goal. So I hope we answered those questions as, you know, best as we could. I hope you guys got to know a little bit about us, and hopefully maybe in a year or two, when we have, you know, more subscribers, more supporters, maybe we could do another one, you know. Gold. Well, thank you guys for watching, and we will see you guys in the next video. Say bye.
Bye.
Oh my gosh, you guys. So she watches, you know, kids YouTube, and she won't probably say it now because she doesn't say it when we tell her to. But I've caught her a few times just staring at the wall going, "Thanks for watching. Bye."
Go do it. Go do
Can you
it.
say it?
Go do it.
Say, "Thanks for watching. Bye." Say it with mommy. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Go quick. Go up there and say, "Go get cry."
Look at the camera. Thanks for watching. Bye.